Dan Clancy is the CEO of Twitch, and he's not having a very good time, because as you may have heard, the CEOs of Twitch, Discord, Reddit, and Steam have all been called before Congress to testify about the left-wing radicalization of their users, and what the Congress calls open incitement to commit politically motivated acts on some of the platforms, which obviously isn't good for Dan Clancy here, because everybody knows that Twitch is incredibly biased and that there's just so much stuff that these congressmen can dig up on both sides of the aisles, you know? You have the Democrats who are very pro-Israel, you have the Republicans that are very anti-left-wing. Dan Clancy cannot win going into this, because either he's going to have the Republicans pulling up clips of Hassan saying something crazy, or he's going to have the Democrats pulling up videos of Hassan saying something crazy about Israel. There is no winning for this guy, except Hassan has put him in between a rock in a hard place. And alongside Dan Clancy, some other CEOs are going to testify, like I mentioned. We're going to have Humam Saknini of Discord, Gabe Newell of Steam, Dan Clancy of Twitch, obviously, and Steve Huffman of Reddit. All of them are going to have to sit before Congress and explain themselves as to why there's radicalization going on their platforms. Now, of course, one of these isn't like the other, Gabe Newell. I don't think that Steam should be involved in this at all, but I think that's just there because there's going to be some politicians on both sides of the aisle that want to point to video games as a cause for violence. Again, this is the same thing we've gone over a million times. It's obviously not true, but the rest of them actually probably have decent reason to be called up. I mean, if we go here, we take a look at this article from The Hill by Sarah Fortinsky, and we scroll down here, we can see that the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee Chair, James Comer, on Wednesday invited the leaders of Discord, Reddit, Twitch, and Steam to testify before the full committee next month in the wake of the fatal shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The hearing will focus on the radicalization of online forum users, including instances of open incitement to commit politically motivated acts. That's right, that right there should scare Dan Clancy, because there's a lot of that going on Twitch, right? There's not a ton of this going on Steam. There's definitely some of it going on Discord and Reddit, but not so much Steam. Anyway, like I mentioned, the fact that they're looking to make an example of some platform means probably they're going to focus on Twitch because they have the biggest problems in this regard, right? They even say that they're going to demand changes to fix the problem. If we go down here, we can see, to prevent future radicalization and violence, the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit must appear before the Oversight Committee and explain what actions they will take to ensure their platforms are not exploited for nefarious purposes. Now, of course, what nefarious purposes could they mean? Well, obviously you have incitement to violence, which is a big part of this, and that's why they're calling this right after the tragic death of Charlie Kirk. But that's not the only radicalization that's going on Twitch. If we go here, we can actually see this is a post made by Congressman Richie Torres. If you don't know who Richie Torres is, he is a Democrat who's a member of the United States House of Representatives from New York's 15th District. And Richie Torres actually wrote this long letter to the executives at Twitch about how dangerous Hassan Piker is. It's titled, Congressman Richie Torres writes to executives at Twitch and Amazon, Hassan Piker is dangerous. And if we go down here, you can see stuff here. I am writing to express alarm about the amplification of anti-Semitism on Twitch at the hands of Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker has emerged as the poster child for the post-October 7th outbreak of anti-Semitism in America. Mr. Piker said he has no issue with Hezbollah. Hassan Piker has come out as an apologist not only for 10/7, but also for 9/11, compounding anti-Semitism with anti-Americanism. Here is Mr. Piker in his own words, America deserved 9/11. Now, obviously, this kind of stuff is going to come up at this hearing, and that's not going to be good for good old Danny Boy here. I think we could see a Hassan ban preemptively before this hearing, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.